Hello there, what is going on everyone? Today we are diving into the Starcraft Protoss Starter set for the Founders Edition. This is the single player version of the Founders Edition that has only the Protoss in there. If you want to see the Terran versus Zerg 2-player starter, we already reviewed that. I'll have a link to that and you can check that one out. But if you're a Protoss player, you won't want to miss this Founders Edition single player starter for Starcraft the Miniatures Game by Archon. This was sent out by Archon, so big thanks to Archon for the ability to check this out. These are available for pre-order now, plus lots of other expansions. There's bundles. I've done a buyer's guide of what to buy first. Lots of links to other videos. I'm going to have linked at the end of the video. You can check out this and more. Lots of content on the channel. Love to have you guys stick around. Click that subscribe button. Enter to win one of our giveaways. We're doing $25 Amazon gift card giveaways all the time. Make sure you enter to win those. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos or one of my other videos. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. We're going to look at everything that comes in here and we're going to build out the models and show you how they look. All right, here we go. Let's get this open. There we go. All right, so this thing is packed pretty full of sprues. We've got, I believe this is Artanis's base right here. We've got his frame here. We got two bases for Artanis. Lots of cool stuff. Again, with all of the Archon StarCraft product, you're getting these clear plastic sprues as well that are meant to showcase sort of the magic of the Protoss or different effects. We've got like the green sprues for the Zerg and then the orange for the Terrans. But yes, Protoss have maybe the most beautiful of all of the alternative plastics. And these are going to blend. It's going to be everything from lightning effects to the warping technology to shields and even their psionic blades, which you're going to see here for a lot of these, this is super cool. We'll do a lot of close-ups on these once we get these guys built. And it does mean that also, oh my goodness, look at the pylon crystal. This is incredibly cool. And this is one of those things I think some folks are going to have to think about is like, do I want to do, what kind of assembly do I want to do? Do I want to like build these and paint everything first and then put these effects in after? Or do I want to put them all together? I think there's definitely a lot of different approaches to doing it. And these do take paint and they still glue and assemble just like you would do any other plastic sprue. So that is a cool thing that you're going to notice here. We have the force fields, the barriers as well, which are going to function just like they do in game, and that they're going to stop people from moving and charging you. Charging is a very real thing in this game. If you haven't seen my gameplay video from Adepticon, there's definitely cases where like Zerglings are going to come in and charge you and do all kinds of nasty damage, and this is a way to kind of keep them from doing that or limit their way to do that. Very, very cool functionality here with all of this. We've got a lot of the blue sprues here, which is very, very cool. And then we're going to look at some of the other sprues that we've got here. Again, we'll be putting these together. This looks like the outline for our pylon here. But yeah, you're getting quite a bit of different units in here. We're also going to get some other gameplay tools in here, like our clear measuring tool. This one is it is folded a little bit, but it's a thin plastic. These are, and you want to be able to bend these a little bit to measure your range, measure your distance, go around obstacles and things like that. So we've got one of those also. We also have two more of these sprues as well. In addition, there is a dice pack here. A lot of D6s used in this game. We have a lot of bases here. Typically, a lot of these bases are 32 millimeter. This and there's different sizes, like 50, and I think there's 80 as well. I think these guys are 50s. I'm not 100% sure. It'll point it out in here for the different base sizes that we've got. Oh no, these guys are 40 millimeter. Oh, they're a little bit bigger. Okay, our Protoss are a little bit bigger. Fewer and far between. More elite units. They're a little bit bigger bases than your Marines and your Zerglings. So, look at all the different options too for assembly. You're going to have, depending on what kind of blade you want, if you want the blade in there. We have different poses that we're going to put together. I like that there's printed assembly guides in with these as well. That's always a very, very good thing. In addition, it looks like we got 3 of these 50 millimeter bases. We've got our cards here, and we've got our cardboard, and also a rules reference. Now, this is going to be helpful, especially for your first couple of games, to outline the different phases, the movement phase where you're moving or breaking away from combat, or kind of passing the assault phase, which is basically your charge phase, or you can also ranged attack. So those are combined into one phase. You have your combat phase where you're actually doing your melee combat, if you're doing that, and then scoring and cleanup, and then we do it all over again. That's going to be helpful, as well as keywords. So this is going to be super helpful for your games. Hold on to this. We've got, again, all of our tokens here. These are activation tokens and different measuring tokens and scoring tokens for that. And we have all of our cards here as well. This is going to be all of our unit cards, pylons, adepts, artanis, our zealots, and our sentries are going to be here, as well as all of our buildings and our objectives for our deployments. And oh yes, all of these, and we got those as well. So we're set with cards. Let's go ahead and put these together. All right, so we've got these guys put together, and I have got to say, I think these guys are absolutely incredible. They're gorgeous. The zealots are actually a lot taller than the Marines as well. You can see how much more imposing they are. They're on bigger bases. They're just much bigger, and it makes sense. You only have 3 per unit, right? So these guys are super dope. Very, very cool. I love the poses that you get on these guys. I love the hair, the heads, like it's all one piece. They weren't hard to put together at all. And you have like 3 sculpts, and you have a couple of different options for their arms, right? And so you have 2 completely different hand options for each one, and you can, I think, yeah, and like, so I think this is the same sculpt, but you see what the arm forward versus the other arm back versus both of them forward. You get totally different charging sort of looks, but they do kind of give that appearance that they're going in for that melee charge. So really cool with the zealots. You get 6 of them in here. That's enough to make 2 units. We've also got our adepts, and also we have the adept shade. The adept shade was pretty simple, only 3 pieces, easy to assemble. Our adepts have various different poses here. I love the effect and the way they kind of build the clear plastic into the model. And this is great because you don't even have to paint. You could play it straight like this. You could just assemble them and start painting. You're still going to get, the maximize the effect of that clear plastic. Of course, I'm going to paint them anyway, but it does mean that if you want to start playing right away and then paint as you go, you still have like these models that are playable right away, and they're still going to look different. It's different colored plastic for each of the different types of characters and everything like that, and the different factions. So you get your 4 adepts there, and then the 1 shade. We do have 2 sentries as well, and they have some very different options on how we're going to assemble the sentries. This is a very cool thing. You can do the sort of with the doors closed. You also have a different option for like this clear piece in here with it like shooting a bolt out. You can do that. You can have the little doors kind of more wide open. I think actually they kind of recommend you do the wide open one with it shooting, like it's like and then shooting. I don't think it makes that sound. I don't think that's the sound that it makes, but you can certainly make them make whatever sound you want. But I did them kind of backwards, where I did the one that's closed is shooting and the one that's open is not shooting. Again, these guys weren't particularly hard to put together. The open ones here, though, you just want to put a little extra care on the glue because it doesn't adhere as wide, because when it's open, so it's a little more delicate. So just take a little extra care when affixing those. That, again, still not particularly challenging. The sentries also come with these 2 force fields, which are super easy to put together. It's just 3 little pieces. I mean, these are cool. Like, I might not even want to paint these. I don't even know what I want to do with these. As far as like hobby stuff, maybe just a little basing material around the edge. They might be good to stay exactly as they are. The other thing that's kind of cool is if you really want to be snazzy, you can put your basing material down on the inside first and then put the force field down so you can actually see the ground and the rocks like through the force field. There's all kinds of cool options that you can do here, or even put like like dead bodies and stuff like inside there, and all kinds of cool things that you could do with that. We've got our pylon. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit for the pylon here because this is huge. The pylon is massive. This is our on our really large base. This is our 80 millimeter base, same as the force fields. We have those three. So this thing is absolutely massive, and this is a cool one because you can then have your reinforcements come down from this instead of the board edge, which is cool. And then it's got some other cards where it can kind of buff some other guys and do some cool surprise effects to help the guys nearby. And then we have Artanis. A couple of different assembly options for Artanis here. You can do his braid where it's cut off, or the full uncut braid. I had to do uncut. I couldn't go through that pain again of watching this poor guy have his hair cut. You have different options for the wrist blades, the side blades. You can have them in and not extended like I did on this one. You can have them fully extended. You can have them both extended. You can have them both in, or you can also have him holding this giant lightning bolt here. And I was like, all right, let's do one side blade and then holding the lightning bolt, which looks really, really cool. I love this pose. I love how he's looking up at it, and I love the floating effect. It almost appears to be floating behind him because it's only affixed to the clear plastic psionic energy effect. Very, very cool stuff. All right, so this was a look at the Protoss Starter Set Founders Edition. Big thanks to Archon for sending this out. Also, the other thing I didn't mention that I do want to point out is that you also have all these shields. You have a couple of sprues. You've got like 9 extra shields that you can do, and you can put these on there and add those as basing materials. You have the option to do that. I think I am going to keep these on the sprue right now, so this way I can maybe apply a little bit of shading and some cool effects to them and see kind of how that's going to look, or maybe just put them on after everything is all painted and all of that. I may want to do a little bit with this and maybe like a little bit of a light gradient on these. I'm not sure, but I have them, and they'd probably be easier to paint if I leave them on the sprue. So I wanted to keep those there. And if you want to check and see how they go when they're painted, make sure you're subscribed. Follow my other social media links, which we're going to have links in the description down below. You can also enter to win. We're going to be announcing the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway here in a couple of days, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you want to have a chance to enter to win, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. And of course, we run giveaways all the time, so once that one is announced, the next one will start immediately afterwards. That is going to do it for today's video. Big thanks to Archon. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. My life for ire. So say we all. The spice must flow. And always wash your socks.